Hello everybody and welcome to the Asian Dota Championships, coming to you from the CyberGamer TV studios. I'll be your host for this evening, Tobi Kenobi, and joining me is our man, and it's really quite appropriate he's here. He is my only Singapore co-commentator, and we're here for the Singapore showdown between XTC and Sycthe. How are you going, Shadowcoust? Obviously, two top teams, two of your own homegrown teams as well. You must be happy, or something along those lines.
Yeah, pretty happy right now, but not so happy in the next round because the winner will actually take on Nirvana China.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of like a short-lived happiness. Short-lived happiness that even if they win this round, it's quite bad for them in the next. But a great game coming up. We can see the new Sycthe in action. They took down Styles Boba. Great game. Great 2 games that they played. Many people felt that they weren't going to be able to do it, but I watched the replays and I was very much impressed by what Sycthe has shown. But XTC, on the other hand, did no pushovers. But the thing is, this time around, I'm looking at the lineup and, well, it doesn't seem that they're playing with their usual members, so I'm not very sure what kind of a strategy or plan they may have in mind.
Well, we're about to find out. The map is loading up. We are playing on 6.70C. That is where the ADC has moved forward to. So we will be here. And our teams will actually choose up right now. So XTC playing on the Sentinel side. Sycthe playing for the Scourge. Musica versus Hi. The two different captains going up against each other. So let's see how we go. We can settle ourselves in nice and comfortably because every single time I shoutcast a Singapore match, I'm always waiting forever. They always use up every single bit of extra time. And I also want to point out at the moment, like, even though the winner of this does advance in the ADC, I believe we're at round 5 now of the ADC. The winner of this does play Nirvana CN. I think it's a great chance for Singapore. Like, Singapore Dota is still pretty strong, and I don't think it's as strong as it has been, but if one of these teams can really, like, perform well, like you said, Sycthe, like, a lot of people are backing them for this match. I think the Ghosty bet was something ridiculous, like 75 to 25 or something like that in favour of Sycthe.
Totally ridiculous.
Yeah, seriously, guys, this is a lot closer than you guys actually think. This game will not be a whitewash. Now that I've said that, it's going to be a retry all over again. Hopefully not. But yes, but basically, I reckon this game's going to be pretty close. And as far as like moving forward to Nirvana CN, it's a best of 3. This is Dota. Anything can happen, guys. So the winner of this is not automatically knocked out in the next round because Nirvana CN is all powerful and all knowing. It's just the fact that the Singapore Dota is going to have to work its arse off in the next round, no matter what happens in this match.
Yeah, and well, the fact that Nirvana China has gone through a pretty drastic lineup change, they're not as strong as before. So, like you said, Tobi, it's a great chance for us to move on, for us, okay, since I'm a Singaporean, for XTC or Sycthe to move on and take on the rest. Yeah,
that it is. Come on, Singapore. I miss the days of Singapore rules the Dota world. Yeah, they're good days. They're good days.
Yeah, that was a few hundred years ago, so I don't think many
that's
people
only
remember that anymore.
4 years ago? I mean, 4 years ago?
3, I think.
3?
ESWC 28.
Yeah.
208, yeah, Zenith, that's the team.
Yeah, oh. It actually gives me chills just hearing that name, let alone actually seeing it written down. It's just like, whoa.
Zenith. Oh my god, Zenith.
Yeah, it's like Mufasa.
Let's run.
Mufasa of Dota, Zenith. Yeah. Into the bands, we're already there, and as I'm exactly correct, they're like even eating into a bit of their extra time already. Music has banned out Pugner. Hi removed out Alchemist. Well, I should say he removed Alchemist first, and then followed up with Storm Spirit being removed. Now, Storm Spirit, I actually want to ask you about that one, because obviously you've been like living in the world of Singapore Dota, as you always do, Shadowcoust. Storm Spirit being removed, that I'm guessing is for one of the XTC players.
Probably a respect ban, since XTC love to use Storm Spirit and they've used it very well, even though that in the 6.68 version, I think, Storm got nerfed quite badly.
Yeah.
But Storm is still one hell of a hero, and I don't see why people stop picking Storm just because of the nerf. The nerf may affect Storm, but it's definitely one of the best initiators, one of the best heroes that you can use if you have a good lineup to initiate and get the upper hand on enemy heroes.
Yeah.
I've seen the Chinese team use it, but just suddenly they've all stopped using it, and I don't really understand why, but I still think Storm is a great hero.
Yeah, well, Storm is a great hero, but we also should point out instantly the two heavy bans, Doom and Broodmother, who have for some reason been managing to avoid the first 3 bans. I say some reason. There's just so many heroes which a lot of people are picking right now. The fact Invoker is actually still in the pool. We have also just got the word here from the admin that WildTV is working perfectly. So well done for everyone out there on the WildTV stream. It's great to actually have you watching, supporting the ADC. Better for the people who are listening to this stream, because you guys are just elite. But the fact like Invoker's still in the pool right now, there's a lot of good heroes that actually haven't been banned out, which is basically the current state of Dota. You can't ban them all, and you can't stop so many unique lineups coming up. We saw SA being played the other night, pushing GGNet to the edge, and Music actually removes Syllabear, and instant pickup is Morphling. Now, obviously the Ethereal Blade, as well as himself, has actually been nerfed, like a fair chunk, but he still does a lot of damage, but Hi picks him straight up as the first pick.
Yeah, even with the nerf, Morphling is still, in my opinion, the best late carry there is, because of the simple fact that Morphling doesn't require a shitload of farm. If you compare him to the likes of something like Medusa or Drow, for the first 20 to 30 minutes, they're irrelevant. You know, they can't really help, because all they can do is just stand there and shoot out their arrows, which if they don't hurt enough, they become a liability for the first 20 to 30 minutes, whereas Morphling has Replicate, has Waveform, has a lot of burst, good mobility. He can be everywhere. He can be farming, he can be initiating, he can pick off kills really easy with Waveform, makes him the best carry in my opinion. The nerf doesn't really affect that much. I will still pick up Ethereal Blade for Morphling, even with the nerf. It's still one hell of an item. It shotguns down anyone that stands in his way.
Yeah, and a big thing we've actually seen through a lot of the matches too is the fact that Morphling has been left to go unchecked in most matches. He's generally part of a tri lane, but a well babysitted tri lane. So you'll have a neutraler who can come in at any point, like a Shen or an Enigma, and of course then Enigma's Black Hole, as long as it's played right, is awesome. But to actually have Morphling being like babysat, you have VS and Enigma just basically holding him in place and not letting any of the counters to the tri-lane come up there. Windrunner was the first pick by Musica. Musica, obviously just thinking already Morphling is going to be in a tri-lane when he's something from range. So Windrunner is a good pick. And then picked up ES too, one of what I actually class next to VS as the best playmaker of the game. Like as far as VS goes for his swap and initiate, then of course follow up with the magic missile early on as well, and then of course your roar on top of it. It's just freaking awesome. But ES's Fissures, if they're good, like we've seen some horrendous ones, but if they are fantastic and lock people in place, they can make something out of nothing. So really, I love seeing an ES in the field because it's always an exciting match.
Yeah, man, I have to agree with you. ES is one of those heroes that you do or die with it. A wrong Fissure catches off your teammates, blocks your teammates, and you get flamed for the next remaining half of the game. A good Fissure makes you like the god of the game. You're like, oh my god, what the hell? Great Fissure, man, you just blocked out the entire 5 of them. You had a black hole in, and ES is definitely the best support hero there is out there, in my opinion. I love ES. If I play, I always pick ES. But the user of the ES has to be a good player. He needs to be able to time his Fissure very well. No mistake, because like you said, Tobi, a bad Fissure is horrendous, whereas a good one is marvelous. It's just great.
Yeah, that it is. And we will now see, hopefully, a good Batrider. He is the second pick from Hi. So Morphling and Batrider coming up as the first one. I'm now just looking to see Music like ban nothing but support heroes after, and CM comes up as the third. The guys in chat, if you are in chat, hello to everybody there who has made their way to CyberGamerTV.com and has clicked on the live stream tab and has signed up for the chat. So it's great to have you guys there. Obviously there are moderators watching. Ooh, Musica, VS comes in. Now, this I kind of like. Like Musica, I know he used to do drafts like this back when he was with M-City, known as LGDAU now. But to actually have an ES-VS roam and keep pressure on lanes massively, hopefully, I'm hoping here that that's actually going to be the case, and actually have a VS and ES shutting down that Morphling to try and basically hold off the farm, which we know is going to be so important for Morphling to get.
Yeah, but the thing is right now is they need a good tri-lane partner to make full use of the ES and VS, because one thing about Earthshaker is that Earthshaker is quite innately a more defensive kind of a support hero. It's not exactly the easiest hero to initiate with if you compare him to the likes of Vengeful Spirit, Witch Doctor, Visage, where they can initiate because of more single target spells. So they need to have a good tri-lane semi-carry, because I don't know if they want to plant the Windrunner in the tri-lane to take on the Morphling's tri-lane, but the Morphling has a Crystal Maiden already, which is also a very good defensive hero, so my bet right now is they should pick something that's more offensive and to take out the tri-lane of Morphling.
Yeah, well, we will find out, but we will find out who that is after the bans. Hi did remove the Lion. Musica came straight back with Puck. Obviously, Puck a good hero to remove too, would just lap up that aura. And Necrolite is actually being banned here by Hi. Obviously, he's had enough of carries because Necrolite for him would have been awesome, but of course, also for XTC, just that stability to go through the fights, which they will need that too, especially considering Morphling is going to be doing so much damage possible. So got to really stay on top of actually keeping everyone alive. So someone get a mech very early on, please, or else Morphling will rip you. But yeah, one more ban to come out for Musica, and then we'll actually see who our last two heroes will be. And by the way, guys, this is, if you have only just tuned into the live stream, this is the Asian Dota Championships. We're up to round 5, I believe it is, and there's a Singapore All-Affair XTC going up against Sycthe. So we will actually see where we'll end up after this one and who goes forward to face Nirvana CN. Best of 3, so this is only match 1, so it's a long way to go. And Musica actually bans Visage out.
Wow.
A hero which would have worked for their tri-lane. Maybe he's predicting like Hi is going to put a Visage in, but very weird.
I'm quite baffled at why he banned the Visage, because clearly, like you said, it could work for Sycthe, it could also work for them, but I doubt HY would want to pick up the Visage right now. It's not, well, it could be a good combination because Visage and Morphling both have a lot of burst and they have great range, so you know, a Crystal Nova across, Grave Chill, and when the Morphling waves in and the Soul Assumption hits, someone is bound to die. But I also think that it could have worked for XTC if they picked up the Visage too, because like I said, Visage is a great offensive hero. Well, maybe he already has someone else that he plans to pick, so that's quite a surprising ban indeed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Musica will have something up his sleeve. Removing Visage, like, obviously he has some sort of knowledge which allows him to go, you know what, that's a hero I just do not want to face. And we'll probably find out why when he actually picks up his last two. People actually saying, who is it Hi or HY? People, yeah, you guys can debate about that one. I like to call him HY, but some people have like, yeah, gone at me. But who cares? Witch-Doctor is our 4th pick by HY. No. So he will have be the 2nd support there for HY for the Scourge. Words are failing. It's great. But Morphling Batrider. Just think about these lanes right now. Like Witch-Doctor CM, would you actually throw them as the support there for the top lane? Batrider, I'm throwing solo mid, and then throw someone else down the bot.
Yep, definitely.
So
right now, Sycthe will need a 2nd solo, whereas for XTC they have a lot of options right now. The first 3 picks has made it a lot more flexible. Windrunner can go into the tri, can also go into a solo lane, so it kind of makes it difficult for them to predict. Makes it difficult for Sycthe to predict. A Queen of Pain is now picked up. A Quip is now picked up. As said by Tobi, a Quip is now picked up, and wow. This is interesting because both Windrunner and the Queen of Pain can also go into the tri lane, whereas they can also take up a solo role. But I'm betting that the Queen of Pain should play in a tri lane. Windrunner is definitely a much better solo hero than Queen of Pain.
No, Queen of Pain still got a lot of strength for like the solos. Like she used to be like the epitome of the perfect counter for a tri lane. Well, I would say perfect, but a pretty half decent solo. How she's going to go, because obviously got the escape mechanism through her blink, and then of course the scream that comes out too, great for getting last hits, so dropping a whole bunch of creeps down to low HP and then just knocking him over. And HY picks up Venomancer as their last. Some people are basically saying, will it be DOTA? Will be something along those lines. ZGKM was definitely backing for that one. He's now realising that it's all wrong, and Venomancer's actually come up. Now, Venomancer, we've seen play support, we've seen play semi-carry. I'm throwing semi-carry out there because he just got so many freaking kills. He got powerful so early on.
Yes.
I'd actually like to see him as a bit more of a carry kind of hero, just because he can pump out massive amounts of damage, and then of course you have the inbuilt slow inside it too. He's great for early game.